Hi everyone! Today I'm going to quickly go through a few of my favorite updates on the new Procreate app update. These are really helpful for hand letterers, so I'm just going to get right to it. The first thing that I'm going to show you is the Alpha Lock feature, which is actually not a new feature. It's one that we love as hand letterers. It allows us to change the coloring of this text without bothering the white background here. And before I used to do a one finger swipe over for the Alpha Lock, and now that no longer works. So it almost seemed like they took that feature away, but they did not. It just changed a little bit. You now use two fingers and you're going to swipe over to the right. And instead of getting the brackets around the screen like we used to, we now have a little checkerboard. So that tells you that you're on Alpha Lock. You can go back here to our airbrush, choose a color, and we can just brush right in without getting it on the white background here. So it's super simple, it's almost the same, it just is a little different process of getting there. So now to turn it off, you're just going to do a two finger swipe over again, and now it's back to your regular screen. So I am just going to take this and duplicate my layer, and I am going to take a gray color here and fill in one of my texts with gray and move it down. And then I'm just going to move this over a little bit for a little shadow feature. So here we have a nice little little shadow, but like I just showed you, you can't do anything. Now that I want to make that bigger to show you, I can't show you because they're not merged together. So typically, in order to do any kind of editing, you would have to merge these two layers together, which is fine, except for then if I want to change any coloring, I really can't do that because I've merged my layers together already. So this new feature is just a right swipe with one finger, just like we used to do with the Alpha Lock. So again, I'm already highlighted this layer, and then I'm going to do a right swipe over on my second layer, so they're both highlighted, and this allows me to edit them both together without committing to merging my layers. So here I can move it all around, I can move it however I want, but then if I decide that I don't really like one of those colors, I can just unswipe it, and so here I am just on that one layer. I can change this color to blue and fill that in. So now I still have my separated layers. There we go, that looks a little better. And then when I'm done with the whole project, I can merge my layers together, but this just allows you to edit those two layers without having to actually merge them together permanently. So again, that's just a one finger swipe, and whatever layers you choose will be highlighted blue, and you can do whatever you want to edit them together and then unmerge them. So the next thing I'm going to show you is if you like to hand letter longer phrases, so say you do like verses or scriptures or lyrics or something, one thing I like to do is write them first in pencil. That way I can get all of my spacing correctly and quickly, and I can move things around. So then I don't have to actually commit to lettering all that and then finding out when I get to the end that I ran out of space or something, or that I have a off-centered letter or something like that. So I like to do this and then change the opacity to be really light so that I can trace over it without having to struggle to see. So if you have two that are the same color, two layers, it's going to be hard to see these little connections and make sure that you get all your lettering perfectly. So in the update, the function is still the same. You can still go to change your opacity right there, but they just added it right here. So now I can press this in and change it straight from here. So the function's still the same, it's just a little bit quicker to get there because my pencil is already right over in this area. So then now everything that I write is going to be at that opacity. And then I can finish my lettering, and if I don't like it, I can just go down again, add a new layer, and just keep going until I get it perfectly. So that's kind of how I do those longer phrases where I'm filling up a whole canvas, just to make sure I'm not wasting time and perfecting something only to find out that I ran out of space at the end. So the next thing I'm going to show you is helpful if you do a lot of things on a template, like if you do journaling or if you do your, what's it called? If you do your planner on your app, your Procreate app, I do a lot of worksheets, lettering worksheets, and so these are created on a template that I have made, and I just keep it down here. And before, I would just come in here and do my 3-finger swipe and copy and open another page and paste it. But now you can just swipe over like this and duplicate right from here. And then I can duplicate as many times as I want and have them all done. And then I just have to come in here and just letter right over it. So that makes it a little bit quicker to just do right from the home screen. Also, that just is a little bit shorter, a little bit of a shortcut. The thing that I'm going to show you is something that's helpful if you do if you do projects where you have a lot of strokes. So if you're doing something where you're doing all one stroke, this might not be very helpful for you. But if you're doing a lot of strokes, it's a quicker way to delete. So before, one of my favorite features is a 2-finger tap, which deletes for you. If you have a lot to delete, you'll be tapping a whole lot. So they do have a 3-finger swipe where you go 3 fingers and side to side, and that's going to delete the entire page for you, which is helpful if you want to delete the whole page. But if you have a few things that you like, then it just deletes it all for you. Not only that, but I actually have a really hard time getting that feature to work. I can press really hard and it still just really struggles. I don't know if it's because I use a screen protector. I have a little bit harder of a time using some of the gestures, but I don't use that one very often. But now they have where you can hold down 2 fingers and it's going to delete really fast for you. But say you deleted too much, you can just hold down 3 fingers and you're going to get it back. So that's it for today. If you have any questions or if there's anything I missed or you have any more tutorials that you'd like to see, just leave a comment below and I will do my best to get back to you. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. It is all just How to Hand Letter. Just subscribe if you'd like to be notified of new tutorials, or find us on one of those other social media networks at How to Hand Letter. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day. Bye.